Okay, let's see who gets in here tonight. Hi, John. How are you? Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Heather. All right, we'll see who gets in here. Hi, Lena. I'm okay. I just did a bunch of readings, so kind of tired. Hi, Sam. How are you guys feeling? It's been some heavy energy for a lot of you, some purging in the heart space, so I'm curious. Thank you. Also, you guys, I put up a pick a card on my Patreon if you would like to get on there and watch it. It's available on Patreon on my $5 tier, okay? And I also put up some shadow work on my $9 and up tier, okay? About some wounding from your past and things like that, okay? So that's up there for view if you want to see it. So when I get to 200 Patreon, you guys, I'm going to give away a reading, okay? Because my goal is to grow my channel and my Patreon and be able to do more on that, my channel and my Patreon, rather than personal readings, okay? That's my goal in the future. I would like to do that. Then I can focus more on that and helping guide you guys through your shadow work and all that good stuff, okay? So, good. Oh, thank you. Hi there. I know I've been getting lower views lately, so I don't know how many will actually get in here, but YouTube likes to lie about views anyways, so I don't know. We'll see. How many actually get in here? I've only got 23 so far. I'll wait like another minute or so. Then I'm gonna get going. So if you guys would like to book a mini recording, that's available on my website, okay? I have some availability the next upcoming few days for that. And I'm still working on some of the mini email readings. Yeah, cut cords off yourself, you guys. Courting is a really tough situation right now. Courting is getting to be really, really toxic for a lot of you, actually. Okay. If you're dealing with individuals that are in a very low frequency right now and they court you, oof, it sucks you dry. So just be very careful. Sharon, as possible. Because as a collective, some of you work together on helping clear one another. So yes, that is very possible. Which is another topic I was going to discuss. As some of you let go of this baggage and clear it out of yourselves, you're actually helping the collective with their own issues. So yeah, as you heal, the collective heals together. So there is some truth to that, yes. Actually, as the collective starts healing, I'm able to drop some of this water weight that I've been carrying around for weeks. Okay? So I'm kind of appreciative of that. It does work that way, yes. That water weight was awful. I was watching what I ate, and it was not coming off, no matter what I did. So I just kind of gave up on it, and all of a sudden it started to come off a little bit more in the last couple of days. A lot of it is my work. That's why I would like to get towards Patreon and YouTube more so than personal readings, because my work is hard. Okay, I'm taking on a lot of karmic energy. When I'm doing readings, I'm transmuting 24 hours a day as it is. So when I do readings, it's like, okay, especially when I'm reading people that have the JAB, it's extremely heavy then. Okay, so not trying to judge or point fingers. If you had it, that's your choice, but it is very heavy to read. So transmuting has been very difficult and causing water retention. Yeah, the energy draining is beyond intense. So I've been seeing people having corded heart spaces lately, because as you guys heal them, you get a test. Okay, so what happens then? Somebody from your past comes back, whether it's they contact or they whine or they guilt trip or they want you to feel sorry for them, or you know, you get some sort of temptation, and all of a sudden you're allowing your heart to be corded. That is kind of how it works for some of you. So a lot of heart cording going on. Okay. Be very careful of who you feel sorry for, you guys. I mean, I'm not saying that to be mean, but a lot of times your wounded empath side is just a setup to be drained. Okay, so be very cautious. You don't want to get those cords in your heart space, because I've been taking them out of a couple people the last couple days, and oh my Lord, those cords are hooked right in their hearts and siphoning them and draining them, and also it's affecting everybody around them on top of it, because some of these individuals that are in the old timeline still or chose to take that route, okay, whether they took the JAB or not, they're really in a low frequency, like really low, and they're not wanting to shift or change, and they just want to latch and grab at you. And I know some of you really love these people and you just want to help them and save them, but in actuality you're draining yourself. Yeah, I have cord removing on my website, yes, and I've been doing it in the last couple of days because I told my husband to take a break from it. Okay, so I've done a couple the last couple of days of his that he has on his list still, and it's been really tough. However, if you've had the JAB, please do not book a cord removing. We can't do them for you, okay? So only if you're clean from that, we can do energy work with you, okay? Because we're absolutely not allowed to touch you otherwise at this time. Sorry about that, but it's just kind of how it is at this time. So we did raise the price because it is very heavy work, okay? It's heavy energy work, and when you get cord removing done, it's actually a gift because it frees you from your karmic cycles. It gives you that opportunity to free yourself from that. It gives you the opportunity to heal your soul, and it's very, very intense. So it triggers a lot of wounded energy to come up to be cleared, so just be ready for that possibility of purging. But it really promotes growth, and most of all, you guys, it shows you the truth. It shows you the truth of everything and everybody around you that may be courting you. Because a lot of people, all of a sudden, somebody comes in and really shows their true colors when they don't have an energy cord in you, draining you. Okay? Oh, I was reading your, okay, it's summer in Najumi, absolutely. Sorry, I had trouble reading what you're saying. Any toxic or F page? Nature Lover, I was reading your thing there. The full moon, you guys are being given the opportunity to release karmic cycles as usual, but this is the thing, a lot of you will not let go of your old stuff, okay? So this stuff is getting worse and worse and worse for you to let go of, and you're working through like the process of clearing that, and I feel like there's going to be a huge release on the full moon tomorrow, okay? So some of you that have a triggered heart space, you're having issues around that, I do feel there's going to be baggage that's going to be released and given to source tomorrow, okay? Some of you are like really confused, especially when a lot of this twin flame stuff is coming to surface and people are seeing the truth behind that this is becoming a programming that's going to a vicious loop. I feel like a lot of you are trying to release it, but at the same time, you're still tempted by it, or you're feeling sorry for the masculine that probably isn't even in your life right now. A lot of you got a test with the masculine. For some of you, they came back in. They were communicating for a few days. They hooked up with you. They went on a date with you. I've gotten a lot of messages, and it was literally within the same 3 days, okay, that people are like, got contacts and met up with their person, and they ghosted again, so it left them hanging again. Well, to me, that's a lure and a temptation into your old cycles, okay? So that was a test for you, so whether you took the bait or not is up to you, but that's because there's going to be this big purge and let go tomorrow, okay? Source has your back, but Source also tests you, okay? The dark and the light are the same person, the same thing. It's a balancing act. Twin flame. I call it twin games. It's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. And there was somebody on my Instagram this morning that commented that they've been watching me since 2019 and they have to protect themselves every day from me. And it's like, huh? So you've been watching me obsessing since 2018? That's flattering. And you have to protect yourself from me because why? Because I don't even know you and I'm not targeting you personally. So that's pretty fucked up. So if you're in here watching, like, you need to go to the doctor, okay? I don't even know you and I don't care. I found that to be mental illness. These connections promote delusions and mental illness, and I don't care what anyone thinks of that. It promotes narcissism too. I'm special. I'm above society. Everyone's out to get you at the same time and destroy your beloved union that may never come. Weird. Okay, so I actually had the balls to come out and say I think these connections are programming and bullshit, and and all of a sudden a lot of other readers are doing the same thing. The only thing is that some of these big readers that are coming out and saying it, you guys, I feel like there's a hidden agenda there. Because the false light tries to copy everything from the organic timeline. So be careful. Be careful. So this twin flame shit is coming to light. Yes, it is coming to light. And I know I'm triggering people saying this right now, but honestly, I don't really care. I don't accept the energy. So if you're in here just to troll and be triggered, just get the fuck out, okay? All right. Yeah, false light. If you have to be taught how to love, if you have to follow rules on how to love, there's something wrong there, okay? And that's where my work, it isn't to target you or to fuck your union up. It's to heal and get shit going in your life, to bring your abundance in. Okay, so if somebody thinks I'm targeting them personally for the last 2 or 3 years, like, they need to go to the doctor, okay? I have no words for that. It's just mental illness, all right? It's just mental illness. It's paranoia to add. It's very bad paranoia. Narcissism. Whatever. All right, so it is coming to light, you guys. This false light, is it going to fully dismantle? No. Is the dark in this world going to fully dismantle? No. Okay. However, some of you can get out of it. It's giving you the opportunity to get out of it. Okay, and yes, I'm a truth speaker. You know what? I take a lot of backlash for it. I get a lot of energetic attacks, but if I can save somebody's ass out of this shit, I don't care. Okay? The truth will set you free, but the closer the truth you are, the more hatred you receive. Okay? That is the problem. You trigger people, you offend people, you piss people off. People don't want to acknowledge that we're different. People don't want to acknowledge that we have different paths, that we have different capabilities, okay, that we have different levels of every situation, that we have different groups and types of people in this world. People don't want to admit this shit, okay, because it's promoted that we're one size fits all the same, and we're not. And I'm here to say that to you. It is okay to be different, okay? I just don't buy that stuff, and people get mad at me. It's because it's truth. And if you're confident in your truth, you shouldn't have to attack me. It shouldn't matter what I say. Okay? But we're not all the same. We're not supposed to be. And that is what this world is trying to promote, is that we're the same. The same gender, the same race, the same culture, the same religion. Okay? We're not. We're not. And it's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You have different blood types. That offends people a lot. I'm seeing a lot of posts about that now where people are pissed off about that. People just need to stop getting their panties in a bunch about the truth and let it go. Like, just let it go. You know, and understand and accept. Blood types. Yes, like Rh negative factor. I've been studying on that. There's a lot of truth of that coming out. The ABO types coming out. The groups behind it. The history behind it. That's all coming out. That's pissing people off. Okay. I can't do anything about that. You know, we all have a different blood type, and we can't take blood from other blood types. You know what I'm saying? We're different. It's okay. Rh negative blood type comes from source, directly from source, and that really offends people and triggers people, but it's the truth, okay? But it's not easy to be Rh negative blood type walking around on this planet to add, okay? It is painful, and that really upsets people to say that, but it's true. And Rh negative blood type is targeted in this world because of that, and have been subconsciously targeted and didn't even know they were targeted from birth and on. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. But people get pissed off. Oh, you think you're special? No, it's the truth. It's the fucking truth, and it's prevailing and it's coming out, and more people are seeing it and speaking about it because it's hidden from us, and it's bullshit that the truth is hidden from us. Okay? And a lot of the Rh negative blood types are used as energetic feed on this earth to keep this darkness going, and they need to know that and be able to set themselves free. Okay? And how can they set themselves free if they're not allowed to know? If they're not allowed to know and understand why they feel the way they do, okay? And I'll give you an example. I was having dinner over the weekend with a client, okay? And there was other people there, and there was like 6 of us or something like that, and 2 of us were Rh negatives and the rest were Rh positives, okay? There was some people around us that had the JAB, and there was a major energetic pull, right? It was an attack, okay? And the Rh negatives felt it so deeply, it was like passing out, okay? Because our light gets just like that, okay? The Rh positives, that most of the Rh positives that I work with, I know carry it recessively, the Rh negative, so it's in them still, it's just recessively, but they almost have more of a protection around them, okay? They didn't feel it the same way, okay? So the Rh negatives were like exhausted instantly, and the Rh positives they felt it, but not as heavily, okay? So it's important for them to know why that's happening, and not without everybody pissed off and offended by it. So, you know, I've thought about making more videos on it, but everybody gets so triggered. Oh, you think you're special? And it's like, no, it's just the fucking truth. You know, you think it's fun? Do you think it's fun to be attacked and sucked dry every time you leave the house? Okay? Do you think that's fun? And I can feel it in this video right now. Like, we're so energetically sensitive. It's ridiculous. It's painful. And being a child like that all your life and dealing with that sensitivity is even extra more painful. Okay? So I feel like people need an explanation of where they came from, and that's all been hidden. All right? Yes, Bethany, that's... don't, like, hide yourself. But go out and try to adapt more and get more immune to it, to the energy attacks, and grow, because it'll help you grow. It is your birthright to know where you came from, and for everybody to be offended is bullshit. So I don't have time for that. Okay, I just don't. So if you have RH negative blood type and you're feeling very fatigued constantly, attacked constantly, energy attacks every time you leave the house right now, you're validated. Okay, it's because you're embodying a lot of damn light, okay, and they want to suck you dry. All right. The RH positives do experience it as well, just they have more of a protection and more of a barrier to the attacks. All right. So if you want to know your blood type, you can get a test on Amazon. Just search for it. There's a home test. Otherwise, a lot of you that are female and have been pregnant, you should know just by that. You would need the Rogam shot, or they would tell you to take it. Yes, Sharon, but you have a little bit more of a barrier. I can promise you do. Okay. So you're fortunate in that matter. Because when I'm around my friends that are positive, they have a little bit more of a barrier. And that is like, I kind of jealous. Because I'm like, literally, sometimes I have to sit right where I'm at. Okay. It sucks. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? And figure it out and dig it up. And it's not fun. But Sharon, it's likely you carry it recessively, though. A lot of you guys do. You carry it recessively, so it's silently in you. But yeah, it's not fun. And a lot of times we feel like the heaviness really fast, the instant, walk by somebody, and people are like, oh, well, just don't fear. It's like, but I don't even have to be in fear. It's like, boom, hits me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. Heather, they don't have to be RH negative. Your parents can be RH positive and carry recessively and give you that. That's what happened to me. Okay, RH positive parents that recessively carried it, and that's how I got it. Okay. And normally I don't talk openly about blood type, but look, it's already in the system, so whatever. It'll just be instant, and it's like this dizziness and everything's spinning and fatigued, and my blood sugar drops and my iron levels drop and everything is just like out of whack. So yeah, it sucks. And when I see young people that have to deal with that, I feel really bad. I feel really bad for them. So let's see what's going on with the feminine. Well, Heatherette, do you have negative blood too? You're not going to find a lot of research on Google that's legit and valid because Google likes to cover shit. Google is very agenda ran, unfortunately. Okay. John, it'll improve in the next year. It'll take like a year, that's what I feel, but it'll improve. It'll be a lot better, actually. Atlantan Gardens. Hopefully I remember that, because the truth isn't on Google. They don't tell you the truth at all. They act like they don't know why you have it. It's just a mystery, and you're deformed. You came with this deformity or some shit. It's just like, okay, whatever. Let's see. All right, let's see what's going on with the feminine collective. Okay, so like, subscribe, and share, you guys, and I appreciate donations on the super chat. Those of you that have done that. You guys are dealing with conflict right now. Kind of felt that anyways, and I can feel triggered people in here. There's a lot of triggering going on right now. Because you guys, we're unveiling a lot of darkness at this time, and the truth is prevailing more and more, and people are triggered and pissed off. Okay, they're not only triggered and pissed off, they're just offended. You know, everybody's offended. Okay, that's why it's like, you know, just speak. Just be you. You know, you don't have to attack people. Like, I think attacking people for being themselves is just stupid. Okay, if you're spreading truth without attacking one specific person just to be an ass, you're not hurting anybody. Okay, if somebody comes in towards you and is offended or triggered or upset, that's not your problem. Okay, but I don't recommend targeting people, especially when their life right now is their truth at this moment. There's nothing you can do about it, even if it's not the truth. Okay, it's their current truth. But I feel like what's going on with the feminine, with the Five of Wands, is you guys are getting this energy of people coming in and targeting you in a sense, like offended or triggered, or thinking that a general comment or remark or a thought is towards them. Okay, so you may be dealing with that kind of energy here, and it's triggering your inner feminine right now. It's triggering your heart space because you're trying to come from a place of love or best interest. You're not meaning to offend people. You're not meaning to hurt people. Okay, but you got people that are upset at your decisions, upset with what you're doing. Heather Jackson, yes, O negative is an RH negative. So your heart space is being triggered right now, and some of this is because people are pissed off at the truth. Okay, so please don't let this test get to you, because these people know that triggering your heart space is where to go. Okay, that is why like twin flames programming, a lot of these false light programs have been going on so long. They target the heart space. The false light targets and grabs the heart space. Okay, and these individuals know, the world knows everything. The dark knows that targeting your heart space is how to get you hooked. So right now with the Empress in reverse, I feel like that a lot of you are having conflict in regards to your inner feminine, your heart space, questioning who you are. Because you got people whining. People are whining and being public on YouTube like I am. You know, I deal with it every day. And it's just a matter of ignoring it and moving on. And I can feel somebody in here targeting my throat. Please just get the fuck out of here if you're upset. Thank you. You're dealing with conflict around your inner feminine, viewer. Okay, that's what I feel. I'm not doing personal questions. Okay, not doing questions right now. So I do feel like a lot of you have people coming in and like distorting your perception, trying to distort your perception. Does that make sense, feminine? Because that's what I feel right now. Trying to distort your perception. I feel a lot of whining, self-loathing. This is not you. Unless you're directly targeting somebody and being like, you're a dick, you're an ass, you're this and that. Okay, you're not though, because I feel like a lot of you are like, oh, do you see what's going on in this world? Blah, 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 something like that. And they're like, oh, that's so offensive. Oh my God. And then they try to target you. Okay, that's what I feel is going on for a lot of you right now. Okay, and then they want to blame you and they want to call you names. Okay, yeah, projection is definitely a problem again. Just let go. Don't feed the energy. Just let go. They're with the High Priestess in reverse. Just let go. Whoever's trying to attack my throat, just get out of here. Just get out. Because I get really sick of this every time. Okay, you're not going to win and I don't consent. Thank you. All right, so a lot of you, like, it's like it's blocking your connection to source. Okay, these people want to do that. That's the goal. That's the goal. Somebody in here is very triggered, very anxious, wanting me to shut up, doesn't like what I have to say, and they can like get out. You're not allowed to do that in here. You will not have my consent. Okay? And take your garbage somewhere else. Unless you want to comment in here and tell me who you are. Get out. Because there's somebody in here who's all crying and sad and, yeah, trying to attack my crown now. That's cute. No. You're not doing it. Yeah, every time I do a live, that's why I do less of them now, because people come in here to cry and get pissed. And I don't know why they bother. If it's just like the comment on Instagram this morning, I've been following you since 2019, and I have to put all this protection against you, Kayla. Oh, really? Because is this about you particularly? Because if you're triggered, it obviously may resonate with you a little bit. So maybe take the lesson out of it. Okay? I mean, I'm just like, if you have that deep of an issue, go to the doctor. Please. Go to the doctor. I can't fix you. this is what I feel. A knife to my throat. Like, shut up. Shut up. You're distorting my lies. You're distorting my delusions. That's literally the energy I get every week. It's just stupid. Like, why are you in here trolling around? Get a fucking hobby. Get something to do. Go knit or crochet or something like that. Or paint. Or go lay nude on a beach. I don't care what you do. But there's got to be more things to do in this world but target people for fun. Okay? Yeah, go clean your bathroom. I could say something really rotten, but I'm just gonna, okay, I'm just gonna stop. Take a stool softener while you're at it, okay? It's just ridiculous. I'm done just like babying that shit. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, every single day I have to block people on my social media. I don't even say anything. I just block them because they're whining or this one I can't stand you there. No offense, but get off here. Okay? I don't always agree with you. Okay, well, do you need to comment? That's a jab. That's a remark. Okay? I'm a real twin flame. Thanks for your advice. I put on an Instagram how a lot of these connections are in such distortion. And I got like 20 DMs of the same identical message. That, to me, that is so programming. You know, I'm a real twin flame. They're real. They're just rare. Okay, you and everybody else says the same thing. I don't really care. I don't teach them. I don't want to teach that program. Okay? I don't expect people to, I mean, they can take my advice or leave it. That's up to them. But to try to attack me is just, the point is, what? You know? So, I don't understand the purpose. I really don't. Other than they know so there's some truth to it. Yeah, it's causing my heart to flutter too. It's ridiculous. It's every week. Every week. I feel like a lot of you, though, are being illuminated, though, that to get connected with Source, you need to let go of something that is no longer serving. The problem is that people want to come in here and they think they're defending the twin flames and I'm out to stop their union. I'm not out to stop anyone's union. I'm not in here to tell people what to do. If they don't want to take it, then don't fucking take it. I don't care. Okay? Am I coming to your house and putting up a block in front of your door or something? Like, what's your problem? If you're confident in your truth, there's no reason to attack people. I don't go target people. I never do. I don't have time for it. I got 4 kids anyways. I don't have time for that shit. Okay? I just feel like that's a waste of time. I feel confident in what I'm doing enough where I don't need to do that. And I feel like if you need to do that, that you're very low, okay? You're very low and you're very immature and you're just a little child. Okay? You're just a little child and you need help. Okay? If you're going to blame me for blocking your fucking union. Really? Okay? It's just stupid. You know how much of our lives a lot of us have been blamed for everybody's problems? When we're like, what? Okay, I'm over that part of my life. And I'm not accepting it. Okay? No. And the likelihood of them receiving a union to begin with is little to none because it's set up and designed at this time in social media to energy siphon, to take your money, to take everything that you have, to promise you something that may not come, and to leave you in a distorted energy of pain so you never find it. And that is sick to me and disgusting, and that is where I don't want you guys to be. So whatever label you want to hold on to, I don't care. The universe didn't start on labels, okay? I don't care what you do. I really don't. I'm just being honest. I don't want to see you in that pain anymore. I don't want to see you in that distortion anymore. Okay, so it's like, it just sit in here and cry. It's just, it's blocking my union. Okay, just like, whatever. Okay, so, sorry, I'm just so tired of it, and it's just like, you know, I'm not consenting to this shit. Go to your room and think about it. Because a lot of these programs are just preying on the wounded child anyways. Yeah, don't put down the other half of my soul. Don't watch my content then, because you're putting down the other half of your soul if you want to resonate that to the other half of your soul. Okay? I don't know what to say. That's like watching them, you know, flipping through channels on TV until you find something offensive to cry about. What's the fucking difference? I just can't. I just can't right now. You know, I just can't. This is why you guys need a cord clearing, because it really makes you see the reality of some of this shit, and you're just like, huh? Because literally, after you have your cords removed off you and stuff like that, you really see the reality. Because these cords that get in you with these programs, like, they can blind you and distort reality and put delusion. And it even can put a device on your third eye, which I removed one off a couple people the last few days. It puts a device in your third eye causing delusions and like fantasies. Okay. It's horrible. It's horrible. I just feel bad for people sometimes because they don't even understand, you know, 100%. Yeah, those devices do cause physical pain. Yes. I haven't had one put on me in a really long time, but I had one, something tried to put one on me last year, and I had this pressure. And then when a cord would get into my head, my crown, I could feel it deep into my head, like cording me, trying to control me. And the Jesus cord is one of the worst ones. That's one of the thickest, worst cords to try to get in you. Okay, so think of it this way. When you're following a programming, you're following the rules, it reprograms your mind, right? And it reprograms how you see the world. It doesn't matter what programming you're following. It could be your school. It could be your math class, okay? You're still going to get something in your light body that's going to, like, put this programming in you or install it in you. Does that make sense? But a lot of this false light programming, it literally puts devices over your third eyes, so you're in la-la land a lot of the times, like my 5D union and 5D marriage bullshit, and kind of like, you know, sitting like that all day. I've seen people have a device on their third eye, and it stops their abundance. It's designed to do that. It puts them in la-la land and fantasy land, and it preys on their childhood trauma. So they literally sit there with this device on them, and they're kind of like, my 5D union. It causes overactive third eye, but it controls what you're seeing with it as well, okay? And they're sitting there like, my 5D union, my astral sex, and my 5D babies and marriage and yada, yada, yada. And I feel like what it is a checkout from reality. It's a numbing. It's a way to numb and cope and not have to deal with reality. In a sense, to be in that sort of situation, and some women get stuck in that, okay, and they get stuck in the 5D, they call it, I don't know anymore, 5D, 5G feels like the same thing to me anymore, because I feel like it's controlled, and it gets them to like not pay attention to their work, it gets them to not pay attention to the 3D world, it gets them to not pay attention to their abundance or their health or their life or anything like that, and just like in the astral realms with their twin flame and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it causes major delusions. And so I removed some of those devices off people lately. I don't know exactly what it was on there for or what they were seeing exactly, but I just saw them in the light body and took them off. It can be really controlled. And the cord in the crown, it controls the I am. So it controls what you're looking up to as your dictator, so to speak. Okay. This whole Rona thing the last year has put cords in the crowns because it's ran by Matrix, and it gets people to follow a programming, and it preys on their fear. Okay, that's just an example. The Jesus, the Christianity following, some of that is corded material. It cords you and it siphons off you, and it defines who you are. It leaves you in fear to be your true identity and following this programming. So that's what it is. It's literally cording who you are, defining who you are. That is the crown cords. Okay? And somebody's trying to cord my crown right now in this video. So I can tell that somebody's trying to get me to distort who I am, and it's not going to work. But it's not real. It's not organic to have that. So it's controlling I am, which the Matrix wants to control your identity, right? So it makes sense to cord you through the crown and control who you are. And a lot of these come off these false light teachings. A lot of these come off, religion, all that stuff. I'll never tell somebody that their masculine's going to come back in a chariot. I can't do it. I will guide them. If there's good things that come in, I will say it, but I will never promise a result. That's one thing I never have in my readings promised a union or a result, because I feel like that's not for me to do that. Okay. Okay, so, and, cords in your throat to trying to silence your truth. How do you remove these cords yourself? I don't know, because you can do cord removing ritual. I don't always recommend following things on YouTube like meditations or rituals, you guys, because you can get vulnerable to implants off YouTube as well. But just kind of imagine these cords being pulled out of yourself and grounded up out of your light body. Some people just can't do it. That's why a clearing kind of helps get them out of you so you can maintain it after that. I don't know. I've never used a wand or anything. I can just see them. I don't even get cords in me anymore because I can see them trying and I reject. I can feel it. Like I can feel one right above my crown right now. And I'm just like, no, get away. But they distort you. They control your light body and they control who you are in the energy siphon. That's what it's designed to do. Crystals don't work for me at all anymore, so I don't even bother with crystals anymore. They just don't work for me. But everybody's different, so. It's a very heavy job, though, to remove karmic cords, because that's what they are, the karmic cords. Okay. Even between the beloved twin flames, there's a lot of cording between that. I don't want to get started. Like right now, I can feel a cord it's like something's trying to go into my head. And I can feel like energy being pulled away from my crown. Okay, that's what I feel right now. Third eye, I can feel burning, but that's another symptom of it as well. Heart pain, heart tingling is a symptom. Acid reflux is a symptom of one getting into your solar plexus. Yeah, Heather, a regular of mine has been dealing with heart space cords lately, so that's been a symptom of that, is the sick, drained, depressed, wounded, crying, yep. Crying, yep. So, feminine, you may be dealing with cord attacks right now too, especially if you know truth. Like I said, the closer to source you are, the closer to truth you are, the more hatred you receive. But look, all of this is worth your time, because with the devil in reverse, you're releasing, what is no longer serving and what is not benefiting you and what is no longer defining you, so you can get your 10 of coins. You can get a union with somebody healthy, or your abundance can come in, or you get a stable, healthy foundation, okay, on the organic timeline, that sort of thing, okay? So this is all for a reason. It's not like it's not for a reason. Okay, you're going to grow from all this pain that you're experiencing. Some of you, when you remove cords, you might even look at your twin flame connection and go, what the fuck was I thinking? Because that's another one that some of these women do too. They're like, what was I thinking? They're not even attractive. They're, you know, they're not even good enough for me. They're playing me because these cords blind you and stop you from seeing truth. Tracy, yes. That's bouncing back and forth between timelines. Big time blinders. I mean, the dude you're dealing with might not be very attractive, let's say. I mean, I don't know. Whatever attractive is to you is your choice. But let's say they drink a lot or they do a lot of drugs or something and they're really aged or they're just really toxic or toxic cycles or whatever. The blinders from this stuff causes you to not see that at all. So you're seeing this beautiful, you know, glowing person coming at you, okay? And you're not even seeing that they have addictions. You don't even care because you're just so in love, obsessed more or less. Or you're not caring. You're okay with it. You can deal with them being drunk every night or being on drugs all the time or whatever, okay? Or being a player and sleeping with 10 other girls. As long as they come and sleep with you too, you're okay with that. Like, and it distorts you, or you're willing to give all your money to them and everything you have to them because you're so in love and you're going to get your union, right? That is what those programs do. They blind you to not see that, okay? And not with just these connections, but with people in general. The goal is to blind you from the truth. So once you get these cords out of you and these blinders off of you, you see the truth. You're going to be like, what the fuck was I thinking? And that's what a lot of you do. Because you come back to me after you go through your purge and your triggers and stuff. And you're like, wow. It's like I see. And my eyes are wide open. Okay? The liquor store. The liquor store. Did he have his Xbox controller in his pocket? Was he gonna go home and game it up on Xbox Live or whatever? I don't know, PlayStation, I don't know. And some of you didn't even get a clearing done. It's just with some readings you had from me, you saw the truth too and let go of the cords yourself. So you can let go of the stuff yourself. You don't have to do a ritual or anything. It's just up to you to be adamant on that. But the thing is once you do get cords removed, if you go back, they cord you more and heavier and thicker. Okay? What I'm picking up with some of these masculines and what I'm hearing with the masculine energy, Heatherette, yes, they are. It's been skipping, you guys. People are trying to like silence me, or like YouTube's trying to silence me. So I apologize. There's not much I can do. So I do feel the masculines here are trying to blind themselves to endings. Okay, that was something I just heard. Oh, did I, MJ? I don't remember. Sorry. But if you guys do want to book a reading, yes, I do point out truth when I do readings. Okay. That's up to you, though. You have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for that. They're not always bad because I give encouragement as well. Okay? I do. I give encouragement. I have a very grounding energy because I transmute during my readings. So I transmute and get rid of some of your garbage for you. That's why it's hard for me to do a lot of readings at once. So... yeah, that's why they help people a lot, because I transmute. Okay, masculines. And don't forget to join my Patreon, you guys. I have pick a card up tonight and a shadow work video tonight on Patreon, okay? This masculine I'm seeing is very guarded. Very guarded with the heart space right now. Okay? And it's like they don't want to face their healing is what I'm seeing. Or they don't want to face the ending of karmic cycles. Or the ending of reality or whatever. That's what I feel right now. Okay? They don't want to end the Matrix boy shit for some of you. Well, thank you, Tammy. Yeah, you're one of my regulars. You're one of my regulars. So what they're doing right now, I feel... Thank you for the donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What they're doing right now is they're kind of walking away or just ignoring. Okay, and clinging to what's comfortable is what I'm hearing. Okay. And I know this is a regular cycle for the masculines to go through, but I feel like the feminine do too. That's why a lot of the feminine go back to the twin flame stuff and get into la la land sometimes because it's comfortable and it helps numb their problems. It's almost like an addiction. Okay. I feel like the masculines are doing that too. Like they're just checking out from their heart space right now. They're not wanting to deal with it. They're not wanting to see. They're just kind of ignoring, like, oh, I don't want to see. I don't want to see. But they see. That's the problem. Once you see, you can't go back. So it doesn't matter if you go and, you know, get addicted to watching YouTube pick a cards again or something like that, or go listen to a video that's going to tell you a result you want to hear just for self-numbing. The problem's still there, right? So that it doesn't matter if these masculines do that. The problem is still there. Oh, thank you, Heather. So I see the masculines like checking out from working on their heart space. Okay. Heavy water sign energy today. Some of you are dealing with the water sign. But look, you know, universe is still there going, hey boy, you saw the truth. I'm not letting you go back. Like I said, once you see the truth, there is no going back. And I feel like the masses are like, oh, let me cling to what's comfortable. I'm afraid. And the universe is going, you see. Okay, you see. Okay, so they're very triggered in the heart space right now is what I feel. This is why a lot of you kind of want to be careful with allowing them to court you. Okay? Sorry, my girls are like super loud outside, and if you can hear it, I apologize. Sorry. I think they were fighting outside. So, I do feel they're checking out from reality, but at the same time, it's like the universe is going to give them a reminder of what they're trying to ignore. Like, you see, you know, you can check out what you see. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's like the universe is going to give them a reminder here is what I'm seeing. Okay, it's like Judgment Day is here and you're not allowed to unsee the truth. You know, Judgment Day is here. You know, the masculines are learning right from wrong. A lot of you guys went through this. You learned right from wrong, right? But you still go back to what is not benefiting you because there's comfort behind it. So I feel like the masculine energies are doing that. So this could be your inner masculine trying to do that. Okay, but it's like what they're seeing as stability right now is not benefiting them, the Two of Cups in reverse. I feel like it's not equal exchange. It's not serving them. It's not bringing them the same comfort they once had. So even if they do go back to their old ways or, you know, try to hold on to that, there's consequences now. There's going to be a tower, a tower, a tower. Okay, tower to the balls over and over and over again. Okay. And this is why a lot of people get fearful with what's going on in this world right now and go take the easy way out, or what they see is the easy way out, right? But it's not. Okay, the masses are looking for the easy way out, but it's actually the harder way out at the end of the day. It causes more toxicity, more damage than good. Okay, more damage than good. So they're working through a tower. They're trying to hold their tower up. The feminine is like, I'm not holding that tower for you anymore. You need your boundaries, and you need your time and your respect. You know, you're respecting their boundaries. You're respecting that. You're giving them their distance that they want, right? So they're working through this tower on their own. So the feminine is letting go. And a lot of this tower, you guys, is where they find their stability. You know, whatever they're being loyal or dedicated to at this time. There's something coming in because it's distorted. Distorted, the Emperor in reverse, distorted masculine. It's not healthy. It's a wounded child. I see a wounded little boy, you know, kind of energy coming in here. It's something they were taught, something ingrained. Okay, and I talked about this on my Patreon as well, is that a lot of these cycles as children is something that we're repeating. Okay, I talked about how to end that on my Patreon tonight, actually. So it's kind of what the masculine is dealing with now, some karma behind that. So this could be ancestral karmic patterns as well. Okay. So they don't really have stability. Okay. They may have financial stability. They may have what they see as comfort and stability, but it's like not making them feel emasculated. It's emasculated. Okay. Yeah, it's muddled. It's muddled. It's not clear. It's not making sense. It's emasculated. Okay, a lot of men in this world are dealing with feeling emasculated because of old patterns. Okay, because of their environment. I feel like a lot of you feminine were feeding this and not knowing it. You were feeding them feeling emasculated because you weren't allowing them to grow at the time. And this is a lot of that programming teaches that as well, to be obsessed and to control their destined result. Okay, that sort of thing as well. And you guys had to let go of that because you were actually damaging them more than helping them. And you had good intentions, but you started to see that. Okay, so you let go, right? And you were actually enabling the distorted masculine more so than helping it. And this is where the narcissism, the toxic side of narcissism, because there is a healthy narcissism as well that we need to embody. It's about balance. But the toxic narcissist is fed like that by the feminine wanting to help and save them and, you know, bring them to Jesus or whatever. Okay. But this was doing more damage than good, and now they're having to face this distortion. If this is a new masculine you're dealing with, you guys, so just take it how it resonates. They're facing their distortion right now. Okay? Because what they're dealing with is not benefiting. And I feel like a lot of them are holding on to whatever they're holding on to for money, stability, money. But it's getting to be harder and harder to take your power back and try to please everybody around you in the name of money. Okay? In the name of the coin, the greenback, whatever you want to call it. Okay? It's a lot of distortion, rather. It's getting to be harder. And it's actually taking away from their identity and their enlightened path. That is where a lot of these programs, they take away from enlightened path, and they're designed to do that under deception. Okay, so a lot of you have been following this, and you're seeing that, and you're letting go of that programming, and that's where the masculines are, like, dismantling right now, because you're not feeding the programs and, you know, the codependency that they want us in. Okay? They want us codependent on daddy's system, you guys, and that sort of thing. It probably does. When you're in your power, it does intimidate masculines, but don't step out of it, okay? Just don't control them with it. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in your ground and stay in your power. It is intimidating because men are intimidated of an enlightened, empowered feminine, okay? But the problem is the feminist movement has taken away from that. The feminist movement has made women feel empowered from a toxic, distorted, wounded energy. And that's not a divine feminine. That's about distorted bullshit. Okay, so I feel like a lot of that has been put into a lot of these false light programs. Okay, so a lot of these, you know, feminine have been trying to control the result of this connection, or trying to get a man to shift and change to their perception of what they think is reality and that sort of thing. And that's just like a lot of what the feminist movement has pushed. Okay, I've always seen the feminist movement as toxic females trying to march around and make it okay instead of healing. Okay, and an actual divine feminine in power is very intimidating and almost frightening for people, but they are the ones that plant the seeds in this world and start a lot of this, and the masculines rise up after. But an empowered feminine does not need validation, does not need a man to complete and balance who they are. Okay, but they don't go around and emasculate and go, oh, I'm better than men, fuck you. You know, that's not it. That's a distorted female going around with their daddy wound doing that shit. Okay, because a lot of that feminist movement is like daddy wounds and shit, and going around and justifying it. Okay, and then emasculating men to get a rise and make them feel like shit for being male. Okay, and that's just counteracting. It's counteracting the entire movements that we're making in this world. Okay, that is just a way to control and distort and to feel empowered and okay being wounded and unhealthy. Okay, a lot of these movements are designed to do that. Okay, to promote being unhealthy and wounded and okay it, and get validation from the rest of the world to okay it, instead of healing yourself. So you stay wounded and controlled. That's why. And that is why a true empowered feminine is feared, is degraded, is put down and is shamed, and is called a narcissist and a piece of shit and all this other crap, because that is the most feared, because that will trigger the change in this world. Okay? And a lot of people that think they're this empowered feminine are actually just trying to control, dictate, control. No. That's not what an empowered feminine is. Okay? That's distortion. All right? Yes, you can just smell it. And a lot of the false light teachings, too, are a lot of wounded energy being projected. And my teachings are just collective energy, what needs to be faced, what needs to be dealt with. This is it. Okay? You don't have to be perfect. You're never going to be perfect. You're always going to have mistakes. You're always going to have wounds. That is normal. But it's recognizing, it's knowing right and from wrong. It's knowing right from wrong. It's knowing black from white. Okay? You're not going to be perfect. You're not expected to be. You shouldn't walk on eggshells either and have to watch your P's and Q's to be a perfect human being. Because that's control too. That's control too. That's allowing courts to control you too. But you don't have to go around and smash people and smash everybody else down to the ground in the process intentionally. Okay? Anyway. Let's see what's going on. A lot of you are just gonna, what I feel right now is there's just a timeout in relationships, okay? That's what I feel with this time and patience and waiting. It's like a lot of you are just taking a timeout. And you're being guided to do that. And you're being given the protection to do that. You're being given the okay to do you. Okay? As long as you are not degrading or taking from others for personal gain, and you are self-sufficient in your energy, you are doing you. Okay? And you're not continuously dumping at somebody else and taking their energy from them. Okay? Because that is painful when people do that to you, okay? And that's why my work doing readings when I transmute can be very exhausting, because I'm taking some of their shit from them and transmuting it, sending it to source, right? Well, when somebody's continuously dumping at somebody, it gets to be quite heavy. Okay. And I do feel that the masculine and feminine are just kind of taking time out for themselves. reflection. Reflection. So I do feel that there's a break in a lot of these connections, whether it's new, old, or soon to come. Okay. I do feel there's not bad feelings for a lot of you in these connections anymore. You've let go. I'm picking that up. Even if it's a new connection and you triggered a new masculine, a lot of you, because of the old connection, you learned your lesson. And you're like, okay, boundaries. You do you, I do me. Okay. I wish you the best. Okay. It's like not bad terms, that sort of thing. The inner masculine is being healed right now in the collective. Heavily. Okay. Heavily. Yeah. I do feel men are on the rise. So if you're trying to manifest in a connection, you guys, that is more suitable for your energetic frequency, that matches you better, just let go and forget about it and it'll come in. Okay, it'll come in when you forget about it. Once you connect back to source, boom, there's your manifestation. Okay, but if you're still holding karmic cords of your past, then it's not going to come in. It's just not. Okay, but it really is time to, you know, get away from the old and embrace the new, and it's time to take the leap of faith and take the risk and soar into a better direction. Because a lot of you are being held captive to these karmic cycles. And that is where, you know, humanity's been taught to control, and get a result and know what's going to happen. You need to know what's going to happen. You need to have a plan. You need to have this. That's the installment that we have dealt with. And I talked about this in my shadow work on my Patreon. Okay, the need to know the result, the need to be prepared, that sort of thing. And it's like, you know, in a sense, you kind of do, but not to the point where it's holding you back for years on end either. You know what I'm saying? Because it actually is stopping you and leaving you in fear from being free. Okay? And that's where I feel like a lot of the teachings in the false light is teaching you to have control of your destined path, to not trust your destined path, and to know that you're getting the result you were told you're getting because that reader or that person or that psychic or that healer told you that. Okay? So why does that make sense that that is promised to you? How does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. It's holding you back. It's causing you to manifest in more darkness. It's causing you to manifest in attacks. It's causing you to manifest in misery. That is not where you want to sit. Okay? So I feel like a lot of you are going to fly away from that. Yeah. Full moon energy. It's going to be let go. It's going to be released. For a lot of you, there's going to be a release of this. You're going to get this union no matter what. And I'm seeing, you know, because a lot of people are not buying into the false light teachings about these connections and stuff anymore. And they're letting go. So people are like, you're going to get your union. Don't let go. Don't give up. That sort of thing. You're not promised anything. You never are promised anything. A false promise leaves you sitting and longing and waiting and obsessing and in pain. And most of all, it leaves you suffering because we're used to playing with our demons. And that's what we're used to, and that's what we run to for comfort, is our demons, is our darkness. But now you have the capability of knowing right from wrong, okay? And once you know right from wrong, then you know. You know your path. Okay? Hi, Julie. All right, so you know right from wrong. You guys know that your destined path cannot be fully determined. Okay. So if people want to point fingers that you're shattering, blocking my beloved union. Okay. How am I targeting specifically you? Because that's an inner problem. That's a personal problem. Okay? That's a personal problem. It's just like going down a post and being triggered by it. You guys recognize it now. Why are you triggered? Why is it upsetting you? Why is it offending you? Because it's a personal issue, right? So that's what the collective's clearing right now, is that as well. And knowing right from wrong, knowing the difference, that sort of thing, and understanding, okay, the balancing act and that sort of thing as well. Yeah, dreams are very significant, but keep your phone away from you because phones can send dreams to you that are distorted. I can't do anything about it. If they're blocking my stream, I can't do anything about it. Okay. Let's see what kind of messages you get. I can't disappoint my family. Codependent. Miss the way you taste. Okay, that's a personal issue there. I'm not going to ask who that resonates for. Don't take it personally. I'm working on it. In denial. And a lot of these connections too, I feel like it isn't even fair to a masculine that has no idea what the fuck it is to come in and go, you're my destiny connection, you're supposed to be with me. I just want to throw that out there. Like, how's that okay? You know? Because these masculines are going to sit there and go, huh? We just fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of these masculines, I kind of feel sorry for them in that sense. Because they're going to be like, huh? We just bone or we just hook up and I don't want you that way. Okay, and it's almost kind of like a violation of their energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of these guys just like, I never told him, but we hook up here and there and he's my twin flame. And, you know, it's like, so you're going to pick their destined path for them? Why? Why is that okay? And why is that justified? That is controlling. That is controlling. You know? And it's like it's giving some feminines permission to control, to dictate, to try to have strings on somebody and be like, you have to be with me because my psychic said, you know, it's just kind of sad. And I just want to see you guys break out of that if you're in that. Okay, unless you're happy there, fine. I'm not telling you what your happy is. Okay? I just don't think that's okay. And I feel like that's why you need to clear your energy real good so you can see that and get a good visual of that. Right? Because you're like, oh, they're in denial, but in actuality, they don't feel that. Okay? They may not feel that. All right? They may feel a connection with you, but they may not feel this, like, union thing or feel like they have to be with you or, you know, okay? Well, that's, yeah, I mean, Rebecca, I've seen that many times. I get told that he's my twin flame. Okay. Ugh. I just feel like we're in a world full of children sometimes, you know. None of us are perfect. We don't have to be, but I think a lot of people are at the point where they know right from wrong at this point. You know, enough has been unveiled to them. So it's really up to them what they take at this point, what path they take. So it's really up to them. All right, does anybody have questions about what I talked about tonight? Not personal questions before I get off here. Not is he coming back or, you know, I'm not taking personal questions, just about what I talked about. Yeah, that people don't want to hear truth. Did you book one, Erica, or was it a mini one? The mini ones I'm still getting through, like the email ones. Because my internet's been a little bit weird on my phone, so. Yeah, that's the thing. They use you for an energetic feed to feed their relationship they're currently in that is not serving to them. And that is where you're being used as an energetic feed, right? Okay. So you don't want to be that. You don't want to be the karmic bag, the one taking their karmic baggage, right? Because they like to dump into you, they flirt with you, so you hear what you want to hear. This is a common one, actually. Yes, a lot of people are awakening, but a lot of society is also going down the darkness as well and choosing that path because they don't want to admit it, they don't want to see it, and they've already made decisions that has truly destructed their life. And they don't want to see that either, you know? So there is a great divide right now, and there's not much we can do about it. There's a more deeper reason why we're having this divide, but I'm not going to sit here and try to explain that because a lot of people aren't going to get it anyways. But it goes beyond what you're seeing. So more are awakening. Some are going back down, though. There's some that were seeming awake that flew down the other path. So it just all depends. I don't really dig for information on the truth. A lot of my information comes from source and like intuition. That's just the honest truth. Like I don't watch very much. I don't read very much. So I don't know really. I wish I could explain more. My husband educates me a lot too because he has a lot of knowing about stuff. So a lot of it is just learning from observation, seeing for yourself is the best informative. But nobody wants you to think for yourself or see for yourself. So they don't want you just to feel that that's the truth because it's not science. Okay? But that is where I get a lot of my information or figure things out. Oh, thank you, Vanessa, for the nice words. Society does not want you to think or see for yourself. So nobody wants to take your independent work or your independent findings seriously at all. So that's the issue that I have. I was in a forum though about the RH negative blood and I didn't pay for the monthly fees, so I'm not in it anymore and I don't recall the website at this time. I'd have to like go searching my email. I don't even know anymore. But there was some discussion on there. A lot of the RH negatives figured out things themselves. They really did. So they're very, very intuitive and in touch with source. Yeah, Google is going to lie to you. Google is set up to be an agenda. MJ, that would be because you have his energy around you still. You're still holding on. That happens a lot. And then people are like, that isn't who I asked about. But that's whose energy is dominant around yours right now because you're still holding on. Some dreams are, you guys, but I'm also noticing that some dreams can be distorted if you're in heavy 5G or if you have your phone next to you at night. But yes, do pay attention to your dreams. Hi there. You missed most of it. Sorry. Probably purging. So whatever karmic energy you're still holding on to, or if you have unforgiveness or unfinished business, or you're still holding on to an outcome possibility, that energy is going to be around you, okay? I've had it where I've done a reading, they have a brand new connection, but they still have the old one they're holding on to, and then they're like, that's my old connection. Well, I can't help it what energies dominate in your energetic field, you know? So I don't even remember my dreams much because I'm usually like working in the astral and I don't remember much when I sleep, but A lot of it's just recognizing some falseness to it, or just something seems off, or if there's people in your dream, their voice isn't the same. That is a sign as well. Forehead tingling, that would be third eye attacks. Mandy, you put in for readings, but you never pay for them, so I just canceled them. Okay? And I have to pay more attention to people if they're paying for the readings, because there's people that aren't. So, you know, I don't know. I don't pay attention to ear ringing in particular, but I feel like it has stuff to do with your crown chakra and your third eye. Mandy, no, you're just putting in the booking request and nothing else. And also, a lot of you guys are going to go through sacral clearings right now. Okay? Be careful who you're sleeping with or having intimacy with, because with the JAB going on, you guys, there's a lot of toxic stuff going on. People are getting kidney infections, bladder infections. Be careful. Nightmares and physical traps and dreams. There's been a lot of that going on as well. I get attacks, attempted attacks almost every night, but I put up a guard up before I go to sleep. Just imagine a guard around you as source to protect you. Yes, infertility is one of their agendas is infertility, to stop reproduction, to depopulate. That is true. This is not a conspiracy, it's true. And nothing in the world is worth caving into the fear and taking this thing, okay? Your choice, your path, your consequence. So when I do readings for people that have taken it and it's heavy and it's hard for me to transmute when they've taken it, and that's where it's like I kind of have a problem, because it's like it's hard for me to do it. And even people that are around that heavy energy all day from people that have taken this thing, they have some of it in them, so I have to wait to do readings on them until it subsides a little bit, because they get infected from it too. So Mandy, I don't know, because you always have anxiety every time you message me about stuff. You have anxiety all the time. Yes, Scarlett, that's correct. I actually got sick from being around it. Mandates are not laws. Look into that. Mandates and laws are completely different. Mandates are optional. You do not have to do that. And actually look into your natural rights as a human being here on this planet. Tammy, I don't know. Sometimes you can just feel the energy, but a lot of times it's a test from the system, the AI. Sharon, more than likely. It's been causing extreme anxiety in some people, depression. Okay. Why does humanity need to exist here on Earth by injecting shit in them? Okay. That's a question I can't seem to get a validated answer other than science it. Okay. I don't understand. Now being an organic human being on this earth and wanting to eat healthy and become stronger and healthier and clear out your body and be healthy is a conspiracy theory. Why? I'm just like, I'm baffled. I'm just baffled. I even saw somebody say that they can't wait for anybody who didn't take this thing to just fall over and die so they can have this planet to themselves. Because those stupid asses are making the world sick from being an organic human being. Okay? Protecting yourself when you're out and about. What I've noticed is just dealing with it and transmuting it, you guys, and it will like help you gain the strength to deal with the attacks. The problem we're having is when there's a booster of this thing next year. That's when we're going to run into some problems. Here we go again, right? Because now we have the Delta strain, okay? There's going to be a booster. Transmitting negative energy for me, I just recognize it. No, it's not mine. This is not mine. Send to source, and I just kind of work through it. I just do. Like at night when I do readings, last night I did 4, I think, and then I was like, I just couldn't do anymore. So I just ended up resting and transmuting and just sending to source and having and knowing it's not you, because it can be very heavy and depressing and like anxiousness and that sort of thing. And it even causes me to feel like my feet are planted to the floor and I have weights on my ankles. And it even causes water retention for me. It has major side effects sometimes, but I recognize it as not mine and have an understanding it's not mine, and don't claim it as mine. Because if you claim it as yours, then you can feed it and it'll get worse, okay? Yeah, getting grounded has been really difficult. I have a very grounding energy, so sometimes I'm too grounded, but yeah. You guys, I wish I had all the answers for how to deal about being around this stuff. Unfortunately, I'm still learning myself, because some of us handle it better than others, okay? It's really painful for me to be around, to be honest. Really painful. So I'm trying to navigate and learn myself. But I've noticed, just like your immune system, exposing in small amounts will help you gain the strength and help your body learn how to be around it. Okay? But a lot of it is straight up energetic attack. Straight up attempt to attack and siphon and drain you to nothing. It's literally what it's doing. So you might mistake it as like a sickness or not feeling good, but it's an actual energetic attack. And healing your soul, your mind, body, and soul is going to help you as well. Healing your wounds, because these energetic attacks are targeting your wounds. A third lockdown is very possible, yes, because there's another strain coming out. It all depends on humanity and how they're going to react to it. Are they going to follow it? Are they going to buy into it? Are they going to go through this bullshit again? Because we're going to keep repeating, this is not stopping. This is not stopping. So what we're going through is it's not stopping any day soon. Okay? And I want to see you guys strong and be able to handle this. So wherever you have wounded energy, that's why it's so important to keep clear of cords. Okay? To stop the obsessions with unavailable people. To stop going back to karmic cycles, because that is going to bring in this attack even worse. Okay? It's very important to keep strong. That is the most preventative thing you can do. Yes, stop being codependent. Yes. Sharon, yeah, people have been saying that for over a year now, but don't let that get to you. Always connect to source. It's going to get weird. It already is weird. Okay. Now they got that new strain coming out, so we'll see what happens. But if you've already taken this thing, I recommend trying to connect to source, trying to clear energy, and don't take boosters. Okay. I know a lot of people don't want to hear about this stuff. They don't want to admit it. They're in denial. Connect to source is aligning with yourself, basically, and aligning with your truth is connection to source. Okay? Connect to the light, connection to source. Ground your energy back to Mother Earth and connection to source. Okay? That is where you get into alignment. Let go. Let go. Let go. Clear all fears off yourself. Clear all toxic energies off yourself. Connection to your truth. That's source. The I am is source. Okay? And it's called the Delta strain. Okay, are we going to have the Frontier strain, the American Airlines? I mean, come on, when is this shit going to end? And why all these fucking stupid names? I'm just like... And unless you're energetically in tune with everything, people do not see that this is an energetic war. This is energetic warfare. This is spiritual warfare. So... unless you're in tune, you're not going to see that. And this is stuff I don't normally talk about, but I have a smaller collective in here tonight, so I feel okay talking about that. It is the Great Reset in a way, yeah, but it's all done in the psyche. It's all done psychologically. Hi, Barbie. It's all done in your mind. It's literally mind manipulation. Do you think we'd even have a pandemic if we didn't have our devices and our TVs? We wouldn't even have one, okay? And so it's all targeting fear, wounds, etc. Stay out of fear, don't fear. You know what? I would believe Star Wars and Harry Potter, honestly, over a lot of what's going on in this world. Okay. It's manipulation, media manipulation, it's phone manipulation, it's all that manipulation. Your whole life is dismantled and fucked if you don't listen. Manipulation. It's all done, it's emotional manipulation, mind control. Okay, and to call that a conspiracy at this point is just completely stupid. Okay, it's just stupid. Yep, that would be correct. Hunger Games. So I know people you love are going to go down this path, you guys, and that's where it's going to get very difficult. So just be prepared for that and be detached from the result. Okay. It's dangerous to get courted by those individuals at this time. It literally just at your heart. Right at your heart. Hi, Erica. Yeah, Bryce, that's quite common. Emotional manipulation, yeah. And a lot of these people that have gotten this thing are being driven towards you with emotional manipulation to intentionally court your heart. That's going on right now too, collectively. They don't have control of their souls at all. None. They don't. A lot of them don't. That's a whole nother topic, though, because there is certain ones that aren't as harsh as other ones and that sort of thing. The mRNA ones are the most harsh. So... actually, you know what? Harry Potter, and I haven't watched the whole movie, but it actually is not far from reality in a sense anymore. So, this world is created out of manifestations. You know, to be honest, you guys, I'll be real with you. The dark's not going to fully lose, okay? I'm just going to make that clear. It's the battle within, okay? It's up to you which path you want to take, but the dark is not going to fully lose. I'm going to make that very clear because that's kind of a distortion as well. The dark is being fed enough that it's going to have its way. They're going to have their way, okay? I'm 99.9% certain they're going to have their way. There's enough people feeding it. However, you don't have to follow that. You don't have to be a part of that. That is your choice. It really is the war within, the battle within. Okay, that's what it's all about. In balancing that out. MJ, just keep working on grounding and clearing your energy. Okay? So they want to control this world. They want to bring this in and have their way. They're going to. I'm just going to be real with you. And if you believe otherwise, you're going to just feed all your energy to that, trying to stop it. Okay? So just do you. And just go down the enlightened path and continue down that path. But understand that this world cannot be love and light only. It never will be. It never will be ran like that. The whole goal this year is to free your soul. Is to free yourself. That's the whole goal. And that's what I'm teaching. And that's why people get pissed at me, because we're used to being in misery. We're used to being in misery. We crave it. We look for it. We grab for it all the time. I catch myself grabbing for old shit all the time. It's like, what are you doing? You worked too hard to be here. What are you doing? And then you got other people coming at you with infection, trying to get you back in that. That bar NA, that is the one, the gene altering one. Okay? Just recognize when you're going back to your old ways. Okay? You know, I will say one thing. I've done a lot of healing and growing with all this, but I never feared one day of this shit. I never did. I never did. For one, I knew it was coming. Okay? Your divine abundance can be your end result, yes. But there's going to be, the dark is going to get their way. It's never going to completely be gone. Okay? There's going to be a lot of loss and pain in the process in the next 9 years. So we're not going to free this whole planet. And the truth is because a majority of humanity doesn't want to be. They don't want to. They don't want to choose it. They refuse to choose it. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Okay? And even if truth is directly on the table, you guys, they're still not going to choose it. So the best we can do is just hope for the best and keep in our strength. Okay? So I'm just going to be honest. Humanity is not going to completely free. And we can't. Not everybody can be free because not everybody has the capacity to deal with that. They just don't. And that's where it's really hard to accept that and to understand that people that you care about and you love don't have the capacity, the mental, the spiritual capacity, the ability to be free and be able to embrace it. They just don't have it in them in this time. Okay? So accepting and releasing will free you from that, from trying to save. Okay? And what they perceive as their truth, you guys, is going to be a lie on your half, but to them it's their truth. And they don't have the mental capacity, they're in too much fear, they're too weak to see it any other way. Okay, the weakness is strong, the wounds are strong, a lot of people are just giving up and surrendering their soul. I never feared one bit of this. Matter of fact, I got pissed off. They tried to get me to wear face diapers all the time. I'm sick of that shit. I don't want to wear a face diaper ever again. It's why I haven't had my hair cut in a year. Okay? I don't want to wear a face diaper. I'm sick of that shit. I don't want to sit in the salon with a fucking face diaper. I'm sick of it. And back home, I had a friend cut my hair, and she's not here right now, so that's why I haven't been on a plane in a year. That's why I haven't, I've given up these things because I refuse to obey and comply to this tyranny. Okay, this tyranny is it's not me. It's not going to happen. Good for you, Sharon. Good for you. I don't even know. I probably have one somewhere, but I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm not going to fly. And the thing is, I wouldn't mind flying if it was like not many people on there, but with a lot of people that have had this thing, sitting next to them in close quarters, I don't want to do that. I just don't, you know? So I don't want to be sick on a flight because I love flying. I love it, but I'm not going to be sick on a flight. So, yeah, screw that shit. Yeah, Erica, I said earlier, but you maybe didn't hear me. The mini readings, the typed out email ones, I haven't finished all of them at this time. I was doing the recorded ones today and sending those out. So when you book on my website, you guys know the difference between the recorded ones and then the typed out mini reading, because there is a difference, okay? It does come on time. And right now, like I said, I get tired. Like, the energy's so heavy. I get really tired. I have to start watching my health more when it comes to my work and listening to my body, because it does cause me weight gain and exhaustion sometimes. So I have to listen to myself. And that's why my goal is to get more towards YouTube and Patreon and be more dedicated to that and helping you guys with your shadow work and stuff on Patreon. Okay? So I hope that gave you guys some validation. I kind of got chatty in here. Yeah, and the CDC website has a guide on there about how to deal with the zombie apocalypse. I may have to delete this video actually, guys, okay, because of all this shit on here. So I think I'm going to delete it. So those of you that heard it, I just don't need any more shadow banning on my page anymore. It's just kind of annoying. So, but I did put 2 videos on Patreon tonight. A pick a card and a shadow work video. So there's 2 on there. And I'm probably going to do mini readings on Instagram again, you guys. Another offer of that. So just watch out for that as well on Instagram. Bryce, that's what I did. I got out of a mask hole state. And they lifted the mandate for now, but I feel like it's just a little lure for a bit. So I'm probably going to hide this live from my public feed, so because it's just going to get banned anyways. Patreon will help you guys learn and grow on there. I got a lot of good stuff on there. A lot of good stuff. Instagram, no, I haven't that much. I might though, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe next week I can try Instagram. Last time I did it was back in Minnesota and it cut out a lot, so I didn't try it again. So I'm going to get off here, you guys, and try to get to sleep early tonight would be my goal, but we'll see, because my son doesn't like to let me do that always. So, and I just got asked if I want to go for a walk, so I better do that too. All right. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the donations. I appreciate it a lot, you guys. And my Amazon wish list is up and going again. If somebody asked about that as well. Okay? Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.